Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am starting another series which is on marriage. There are a lot of things that needs some debunking when it comes to marriage. They say marriage is hard work. Not even they say. I've been married, so I know what it is. Marriage is hard work. So if you are willing to take up the work, then you will have a successful marriage. But if you are not ready to take up the work, it's obviously that the marriage is heading for the rocks. You know, a lot of couples go into marriage without even considering the hard work aspect of marriage. Seeing how that in marriage, they think it's something somebody can just wish for and live by wish in marriage. No. Marriage requires a whole lot of work, effort put into it to make it to work. Most people go into marriage with little or no preparation at all. And marriage is not a joke like people think it is. Many people go into marriage without even realizing the hard work aspect of marriage. No one becomes a professional overnight without going through the required prerequisite allocated for that profession. But we do marriage as if it's something you can just dabble into and just do it the way you want. No. Marriage is instituted by somebody, and he gave a curriculum for us to follow in order to have a successful marriage. But many a times, many people come into marriage with their own curriculum, expecting it to work. And most of the time, they focus on themselves. The woman is saying, I want to get married so that my husband will be this, my mom will be that, and all that. The man, on the other hand, is saying, I want to get married so my wife will be doing this or that for me, but not considering what they ought to bring to the table in order to make the marriage work. Marriage, indeed, is not a child's play. That's one thing we must take into account, and we must begin to teach it to our, younger ones, that it is not bed of roses. Most of the time, it's not bed of roses. But when the work is invested into it, we can arrive at that, seeing it as if it's from heaven. But no marriage ordinarily is made from heaven. We use our hands to make our marriage be what it should be. Marriage on its own is an entity itself that requires many things in order to survive. We must begin to see marriage as an entity that brings couples together and needed to be treated fairly in order to accommodate the couple as well in that marriage. For a marriage to work, it requires time to be invested in that marriage. It requires sacrifice to be invested in that marriage. The marriage also requires forgiveness in order for the couples to be able to live together. It requires your attention. It must be given attention in order to make things work. When we talk about attention, we're talking about you giving attention to your spouse or to every other thing that revolves around that marriage. You don't have to attend to some things and don't attend to some things and expect to get a progressive marriage. It's not possible. So it needs your attention as well. Timing is different from this attention I'm talking. Most married people, they shy away from some responsibility, and which is capable of causing the marriage to grow. But they just shy away from it. So time has to be there. Your attention has to be there. Your sacrifice, your money, your communication is one thing that we talk about a lot. But the truth of the matter is most people are not willing to communicate or put in the time or put in whatever effort that marriage needs. They think it's just something, okay, I acquired a woman and that's it. Or I've married a man, that's it. No, whatever it takes for you to get your partner, it will take more for you to sustain that partner in that marriage. That's what marriage is. If you aren't ready to put in the work, then forget about it. Your marriage is headed for the rocks. There is no two ways about it. It is the work that makes the marriage what it is. So marriage will always remain a beautiful thing, which is why till Jesus returns, it doesn't matter how bad the nations of the world has painted marriage to be. Till Jesus return, there will always be marriage. That's what the Bible says. It says on the day that he's going to come, there will be, marriages taking place in various places and all that. Merriment of different kind. So marriage was among those things that was mentioned that will still be happening on the surface of the earth when Jesus will be returning. So it doesn't matter how bad they've painted marriage to be or they've called marriage to be. Marriage is a beautiful thing. And I stand to tell you that it's one of the most beautiful things that God has given to humanity. The only problem is the couples that are involved in the marriage. They are the problems that marriage have. Marriage in itself is a beautiful union. So if you want your marriage to work, if you don't want to end up in divorce, put in the whole work, put in the whole effort that makes it work. Marriage just don't work like that. So if you don't want your marriage to die, if you don't want your marriage to be heading for divorce, please apply the curriculum that the creator of marriage has given, and you will see that it will work. The most painful aspect of this is that Christians that are supposed to be operative with this curriculum, they are breaking it, and marriages are being broken. It ought not to be so amongst believers. Even there are people out there that are not Christians, but they are doing marriage the way it ought to be done. They are following that curriculum the creator of marriage has given as guidelines, and their marriage is working. What were we talking about? It's just to be treated fairly. If you treat your partner fairly and your partner treats you fairly, there will be marriage. Otherwise, consider whatever it is, no marriage. If you refuse as couples to invest in your marriage, it means that marriage automatically is heading for the rocks. Which is why you must do everything to make it work. It takes two to tango. If I'm willing and my partner is not willing to make that marriage work, there is no way it will work. I've said this and I'm saying it again. There is no way it will work. It means one is not interested. And the Bible has said, can two work together except they agree? So if there is no agreement to work together, that marriage is still not going to stand. So as couples, we must be willing to do all it takes to make our marriage work. Only then and then will the marriage work. Thanks for watching. God bless you. Until I see you, keep basking in the joy of the Lord.